Hi everyone. Today I just want to talk about change and why it's never gonna be easy for you to make any new kind of decision or take new action that takes you away from how you normally do things. The reason why I'm talking about this today is because I was having a conversation with someone just recently who was telling me that they were procrastinating, taking and starting new action for themselves that was actually gonna help them a lot in their life because they were waiting for that perfect moment when they felt comfortable enough to take the new action. And, I was like, that day is never going to come. There's never going to be a day where you're going to be ready to do something that's totally new for you. It's always going to feel scary. There's always going to be an element of fear attached to any new actions that you're taking. That's just how we're designed. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. And basically when it comes to change, it's just finding your drive and your courage to get past that initial shock, if I may call it so, or that initial fear that wants to keep you stuck in the same place. Because what happens is when you're about to make a new action or take a new choice or something like that, your ego basically thinks like change is death. So how it's going to react to that, it really triggers the survival mode for you. So you always find like your brain will always find ways to keep you in the same place that you've always been for years, right? Think about like when you're trying to start maybe a new exercise program or maybe a new diet or something like that. The first couple of days, it might be easy for you because you have the drive, you want to lose weight, you want to keep fit, you're gonna keep on showing up. But what happens like after a couple of days of that, as now you start finding excuses, or today I'm too tired, today I'm too busy, or today I'm just doing something else and I'll do it later. And the excuses will always keep on coming up because, first of all, exercise has not been part of your routine for years, right? So you're trying something new and your mind is like, no, we're not used to that. So we're going to do everything to keep you back to where we know you've been for all these years. And we're going to do everything and send you a number of excuses to just keep you stuck in the same place. But the thing is, if you don't keep on showing up, what happens? You go back to where you were, right? Back to being unfit or back to the same weight you were in before, maybe before you tried the new diet. So just having the drive to push past that initial, I like calling it shock moment or initial, fear stage or something. That's really important. Like having your why of why you're doing certain things is a way of just of getting past that fear. And another thing is a lot of people don't like taking new action because, again, the fear of failure. I know that because that's been part of my story. Years ago, like I will not. I used to hate it when people would interfere with my routine. Like I had a certain way of doing things, be it how I prepared myself to work, be it how I worked, be it whatever it was. You think about like I had a very set way of how I liked my things done, and anyone coming to interfere with that, I was not a fan of. And I wasn't a fan of anyone messing up that routine for me because that is what I was used to. I didn't like taking risk in any kind of way. I didn't like going out of the so-called boundaries I had set for myself. So when I finally realized like how amazing it is that anytime I take a new action, like I grow and become a better and more amazing version of myself. Um, it made change easier for me. Do I still experience fear time to time? Yes, like all the time. I'm always frightened to take new action. I'm always frightened to try something new. But I always do it because I like being a different person than I was a year or 1 month ago. I like being different. I like pushing myself out of my comfort zone as much as possible, no matter how uncomfortable it is, because I realize that that's the only way I grow. That's the only way I become the best and the highest version of myself. I'll give you an example. So for years, I did not have any kind of online presence at all. Like I never used to show up on my Facebook page. I didn't even have my real name there because that was my way of just remaining anonymous. And I didn't like people knowing who I was. I didn't have my face out there, like on my profile pic. So me doing that, me actually putting my name out there, that was a huge moment for me. Me putting my profile pic out there was again another huge, huge milestone for me to overcome, because this is like over a decade of always hiding and just me deciding to show up my face and show up my voice and show what I do. That was scary for me. But has it made me grow? Yes, because I'm no longer living in isolation. I'm connecting with so many people from all over the world, which is so amazing. And I would never have done that if I was stuck in the same place I was in years ago. Another example I like to give is when I started posting articles on my page. Another huge, huge moment for me, because I originally started with a blog, right? And on my blog, if you check my earlier articles, it does not have my voice anywhere in there, because I used to like sharing other people's articles and other people's videos or something, because anytime I found something that was interesting, I'd share it just to kind of help whoever was on the blog at that time. So when I started my Facebook page, what inspired me was just seeing how the people around me at the time in my circle were showing up daily to put out the message out there, to show their faces and share the message with the world, right? To just empower people. So that kind of pushed me into that, even though it was super scary for me. And I remember the first day, I wrote my first article and I shared it on this certain platform where we have like so many of light workers supporting each other, but just lacking each other's contents and stuff. I remember putting my first post out there and I was just so freaked out that day. Like I shut everything down. Like I just put out my link to the group and I shut off my internet. I didn't want to know what was happening on my Facebook. I didn't want to confront if people were going to react badly to my articles, if people were going to think it was weird. I didn't want to face myself. But soon after, like I started getting feedback like, hey, Eva, you actually write amazingly. I was like, I didn't know that about myself. I didn't know that I could write any kind of anything that will be inspiring for anyone. So that was a talent that I just discovered for myself just by taking that initial step of getting out of my comfort zone and putting my message out there. Otherwise, I will never have discovered that I actually do have a gift in writing. And I've just been building up on it more and more and just building my confidence on that and putting my message however I can. So the third story I'd like to share with you is just also how I'm showing up on video, right? Again, another huge, huge thing for me, because again, I'm the girl who loves to hide. I'm the girl who's shy. I'm the girl who doesn't like my face out there or something. And has it been scary? Hell yes. So scary. Do I feel uncomfortable doing it? Definitely. It does feel uncomfortable. But I was like, I gotta make this change for myself because I have to be as authentic as possible in my message. So let me just talk about what I normally do, which is just an Akashic Healing. We go in depth into who you are at soul level. We determine the kind of choices you've been making for yourself that are just creating the negative experiences that you currently have in your life. So to anchor in the energetic clearing, we do that with the Akashic records. You as a client are required to make new choices after that. Because again, if you go back to doing the same old things you've been doing, entertaining the same people, entertaining the same kind of situations, you're just going to create the same negative patterns again. And then the Akashic Healing wouldn't have done what it was supposed to do for you to help you, like in your life generally. So new action needs to be taken after that. And new action could be starting to say no to people and setting up your boundaries, not sacrificing your time or your energy or whatever it is, just to please other people. And that's never been easy for anyone, right? Especially if you're so used to being, I want to say, other people's doormats, like you're always saying yes, yes to people and trying to please as so many people around you as you can, which of course is just taking away from your own divinity because you'd never have time for yourself. And now after you've done the Akashic Healing with me, and I tell you, like, new action needs to be taken. So it's you to learn how to say no to people when you just don't feel like doing something. That, of course, is never easy. And of course, if you start telling people no and knowing that they know you as a yes person, that's never going to be easy. And they'll start talking, right? They'll start calling you selfish. They'll start calling you, all those kind of names just to get you back to who you were supposed to be. But at the end of the day, it's, again, if you go back to the same pattern of doing things, you're going to be stuck in the same place for years and years and years, complaining about the same things over and over again, and actually not taking any new drastic actions to call in something that's different. So change is necessary, whether you like it or not. That's the only way we grow. That's the only way we become better. So I think that was my sharing for today. I just wanted to bring to your awareness how important getting past your initial fear of doing something is. It's never going to be easy for you. It's never going to be easy for you to walk away from situations that don't serve you. It's never going to be easy for you to set up boundaries with your family, with your friends who are so used to taking away from your energy all the time. It's never going to be easy. But at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you're just going to be stuck in the same place for years and doing the same things and creating the same set of circumstances over and over again. So it just depends. How badly do you want to be different? How badly do you want to call in something new in your life? So thank you for listening in. Share below if the message resonates. Share the video with someone that might need to hear this today. And also curious, I'm really curious, like, what's the newest action you've taken? Like, something new that's taken you out of your comfort zone, and what was your learning moment for that choice? How did you grow in any way? Did you learn something new about yourself? Share down below. I'm really curious. I've shared mine, so please share yours. And I'll also post details about what an Akashic Healing can do. I'll share the link down below. So thank you for tuning in. Love and blessings to everyone. Mwah.